So hello again. We just georeferenced our image, and now we will try to redraw some parts so that we can make analysis from it. So the first thing I would suggest is that you turn off this georeferencing, because if you move it, your spatial information will change. So just turn off the toolbar so that won't happen. The other thing is that I think it's good that you save the links file. So just go save as, and again go to your folder with exercise 1 and say georeferencing, geo something, let's say, and save it. Okay. So in order to draw, we need to create a new file in which you will draw. So what we need to do is open this catalog window, and again go. This is like file manager for ArcMap, and we go to your folder, so ArcGIS. If there's no folder here, if you don't see your own folder, go to connect to folder and then choose from the computer the one that you need. Let's say like this. Okay, and then he will add it just on its own. So we have a Geo Ljubljana which we made. We have this georeferenced historical source and the source that was before. So what we need to do now is make a new shapefile. This is like a vector file. It's going to be like a vector file. It's like a DVG file with extras. So just right click on the folder itself and say new and shapefile. So the first thing that you need to create a name. So let's say Ljubljana analysis, and there's mainly three kinds of shape files. It can be a point. You can make only points. You can draw lines, or you can draw polygons. It means that are the difference between polyline and polygon is that the polyline is just a line. The polygons are filled in areas. So what we need is polygons. So you check that. And then under description you have here unknown coordinate system. We must change that. So go to edit, go to projected coordinate systems, go to world, and we will use this one, auxiliary web 1984 web Mercator auxiliary sphere. So I will explain the next time why and all ins and outs of the projections, but for now let's just use this one. Say OK and say OK, and what you will notice here that this Ljubljana Ana has already appeared here, and there's nothing to see. So we can also turn off the catalog window so we will see better, and we can also turn off the base map, because we don't need it anymore, because now we're just gonna focus on this analyzing this image. So the first thing you're gonna do with Ljubljana Ana is go right click and you will say open attribute table. So this is the main advantage of the shapefile, is that it has each segment of the shapefile, which you see, each line, each polygon, or each pixel, or each point has its own table. So you can add attributes. So we will make a new field, which we will call land use, and we can give it text, or we can give it an integer, but let's say text for now, and say OK, and it should appear here. And of course it's empty because we haven't drawn anything. Okay, this is the first thing. Then the next thing is we must open an editor. So we go right click again and say editor. Okay, and to start the editor you can go editor, start editing, or you can just right click on the shapefile and go edit features and start editing. Maybe this one's better because you specify, if you have more files, you can specify which one to edit. Then the next thing you do this, when you will notice that the editor window, the icons have some of them have like turned on before they were grayed out. The first thing we need to do is to editing windows, and we turn on this window, create features. This window on the side will appear. So we just click on this one, and if you click on Ljubljana Ana on this side, these construction tools will appear. So you can draw polygons, you can draw rectangles, you can draw circles, ellipses, freehand, autocomplete polygon, autocomplete freehand. This is fine, but we will talk about it later. So let's construct a polygon now. So let's say this one. So let's just click on it and say polygon, and we just click. I won't be as precise as you, but be precise as possible with your, not with this one. This is just for exercise. But when you will get your own, historical source. So to finish the polygon, press F2, or just go right click and say finish sketch. Okay. So now you see we have the first polygon. If we check out the attribute table, now you see there's something is written under land use, there's nothing. Okay, so how do we change an attribute? So we can just, with this cursor tool, we go right click and say attributes, and under land use we can tell it this is like, I don't know, building, like that. Okay, so the next thing we could do is, so we don't, this is like a solid image, so but we want to see what's beneath it. So we go under Ljubljana Ana and say properties, and under display we go to transparency and say, I don't know, 50% maybe. Okay, so now we can see what's beneath, and now we have all these little segments, and we can cut it, so we'll have many segments. Now we have just one, and it's a building, and we can use these cut polygon tools and just go like this, bang. I'm not so precise again, but you have to be, because I'm doing this really quickly. You know, you can take more or less. Again, F2 to close if you want to close. And now these are many polygons. Also be careful when you click on these polygons, so they can be easily moved. So then you can quickly make a mistake. Okay, so what can we do if we want to change an attribute of a certain let's say this one. Let's say this is, I don't know, it's not, but let's say it is, for this one it's I don't know, grass or grassland, or I don't know, field. Sorry about that one. So okay, we changed this one is field and this one is building. But how can we tell the difference? The first thing we need to do, and this is very important to do it once in a while, is to save edits. So first of all, save edits. and maybe just stop editing. This is done. Now the editor is closed, you can't move anything, and you have this polygons that you have drawn with with uh, with with the attributes of land use. So one is a field and others are buildings. So how can we dereference it? So how can we change that around? So go under properties, go under symbology, and under categories you can have this here. You see value field, and we have our land use, and add all values. So we have a building, we have a field, and say apply. So what we now have is a building and a field also here, and you can of course change the color if you want. I don't know, green, or I don't know, for field it can be, I don't know, whatever, orange. And if you want the full colors, of course, you can also change this transparency back to 0, and you will have like these full colors. And this is without the borders, and you can also, you know, type in the borders. So let's do another one. Let's go to Ljubljana, edit, start editing, and we draw another one. Create, where's Ljubljana? So create polygon, and let's say a very quick one. Okay, F2 to complete it. Of course, we can change the attributes. You also have them here already. So let's say this is a building. Okay, it will change color instantly. And now, if you have this, and now you could, I think the best thing is that you draw bigger portions, and then you just cut it, because you will make less mistakes. But when you have like this road in between, now if you want to make a road, and how do we do that without drawing? So we have this feature that's autocomplete polygon. So we click that and we say, okay, let's go here and here and here, and F2, and it created all the space between the lines was created a polygon, and we can assign it under attributes a new, let's say this is a road. It will get a new color, because these all other values that you can just change it, I don't know, to red. And this is a road. If you want to add a road here, we go save edits, and I think it can be done even in this way. We go to symbology and add values. There's the road. There's another one. Okay, so now we have the road, and so on. So this is a more complicated plan. You won't have this kind of plan, to do. You will probably just have walls or roads or something. So, but this is a good start, how to do it. Please be mindful that you really draw. That's why you're being groups, so you don't. One can draw a part, and then the other one can draw the other part, and then you can check it. Please be mindful of the gaps, if there's gaps between. So be really strict about it, how you draw it. One more thing, you can also have snapping. You can have a snapping toolbar. So when you draw something, I don't know, let's say when you draw a rectangle or a polygon, you can snap on you know, depends on what you have clicked. It's edge snapping, it's vertex snapping, it's end snapping, and it's a point snapping. So you can have it like that. What else? You can also merge. Let's say two polygons. Let's say you select two polygons and you say editor and you say merge. It will be like that, and it assumes one of the attributes. You know, they can't both be building, but it assumes the first one. And of course you can cut it if you want. You can cut it if you want F2, and you just cut it and it's the same, but you lost the attribute, so you have to change it back if you want. So let's say road or whatever. What else? I don't think you will need one, but you can also clip. You can also clip one polygon with another. So let's say, just for the I can clip this one with this one. Let's say this one, clip, and here you have to be careful. Discard the area that intersects or preserve the area that intersects. So in this case I will say discard. Okay, and when I take this one out, there's a hole in it. But when you're drawing something, the hole is not the hole. This can be like a courtyard or a road. You just change the attributes, so there's no holes. Yes. So you can go undo, but only as long as you don't save it or go outside edit mode. So save edits and so. Anything else? I think it's more or less self-explanatory. Create sketch, adjustment, control point, snapping. No, this is not it. I was just wanting to special topology. Some of you, I don't know, I have it turned on, turned off there. Some of you will have by default turned on this this toolbar, which I can't find right now. Or is it maybe under options? Used show construction, this one. Okay, so this can be also a neat help. So like this is this feature construction. So you can have a parallel lines, construction perpendicular, and when you say you need to finish, it's this one, it's then finish sketch. So if you need perpendicular to this one, you know, it just goes like this. If you need like it's going to, you have to go parallel to this one. Well, now it can't, but you know, like this. And this is trace, this is arc, length segment. Okay, let's say finish sketch, like that. And I think this is the most important thing. So you create attributes, you create the new land use. You use these few construction tools, and of course at the end save edits and stop editing. And now this file is a separate file. If you go and check it out on the exercise, so this Ljubljana Ana is here, and it's all this one file here is all these files here. So it's 8 files in reality. So in this, that's why the ArcMap has its own file manager, because if you go and check it out here, it just shows it's one file, but it has all these different additions to this file, also again with this one and again with this one. So that's why you sometimes, if you have a lot of files, you don't necessarily need the original file manager, but also you can just use this one. Okay, thank you. I hope all goes well. Bye.